Hey folks, Ariel over here at Fineth with the ongoing chicken barn build. So from where we left it with the walls up last time, I started painting the outside to make all our old and new wood match and protect it, among other things. So you can see it gradually turning gray. Yes, that is the same gray that matches the tiny house, the shop, and everything else. It's one of our favorite color schemes. And then the next time that Clay had a free day, we worked on putting a roof on. And after cutting the final pieces of plywood to go on top of the last little corner of the roof, we were able to get that on. The building was almost dried in, and we went to putting a moisture barrier on the roof. Now the roof is going to get metal on it eventually when it shows up and we have the time to get it done. But for now, the roof is going to be dry and waterproof, and it can hold like that for as long as it needs to till we get to that part. we started to get to the parts where it were hard to put a camera up and not have it be in the way while we were working, like siding that inside wall and putting a door in so the chickens could start coming in the chicken room. Creating the little chicken ramp entry that lets them come and go, a ladder to get up onto the perches for them, and finishing out all that stuff inside. And then even though we were still working on some things, the chickens got to take their first look at their new home. We weren't quite sure what to think about it at first. Took them a little peering in their little ramp and checking it out before they decided they wanted to come in. Eventually they got brave and came on in and seemed to think, after all, this is a pretty nice spot to hang out. Said we were still working on some things like adding a window for ventilation, daylight, and some solar gain in the winter. It looks perfect from in here. You're just inside your frame. Since the window, like many things, actually came secondhand, even though it was brand new, it was somebody else's window that they had ordered the wrong size or something, so we were able to get it secondhand, and it was made for a thicker wall, so we had to do a little retrofitting to make it work for ours. But now it's a beautiful chicken barn window. And then getting the front door installed that comes into the feed room. Again, this took a little more work and effort than it would have had it been a brand new door, because it was a secondhand door that had a few issues and needed some paint, and it took a bit to get that squared up and swinging perfectly. But the primary thing in its favor was reusing it, and it was free. Secondhand and free being fairly big pros. I can add some paint. And then we had to finish the muck out door that's going to let me handily clean that out anytime that needs doing. And get some finishing around the window so the water doesn't leak around there, and just a bunch of those other finishing details. Adding some shelving in the feed room was pretty much the last step, so there's storage for all chicken related and probably gardening related and a few other things in there. And then you'll just have to come back next time and see a full tour of the now completed building. I think it turned out wonderful. Over here at Fineth, thank you so much for watching these videos and spending some of your very valuable time choosing to do that. We hope you found something that was useful, educational, helpful, maybe save someone else some time and trouble, or just something just plain beautiful. If you don't want to miss any videos, subscribe and hit the bell. And thanks for coming along on our journey as we build a new little homestead with our tiny house and everything to come.